Cardinals and the Browns. Browns found another way to lose a game. I mean, it's a really old joke of Browns fans being let down. This is a game of being let
It's not a
down.
joke. It's not a joke.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very real. It's very real.
This is a game where Browns had a good lead first half. They looked really good first half. You go in you start off third quarter and you're winning 20-7. You know, not like a crazy good lead, but that's a good lead to have. You end the game 34-20. You did not score any points second half, and you just let Arizona rack it up, just absolutely rack everything against you. And I don't know, and that's it's pretty damn bad. I mean, maybe not the definitely not the worst, that we might have saw this week, but uh, where the Browns are going this year, not the playoffs. Yeah.
Damn.
uh,
Oh no, I think that's a pretty fair assessment. But hey, Browns fans, you are not the worst team in the division this year. So bravo.
true, true. Yeah, you're better than the Ravens at
Well,
least.
there's still time. There's still time.
And overall, so they bench Josh McCown fourth quarter. You bring in Johnny Manziel, and he does uh, nothing. Just as disappointing. So, you know, there's something else that's got to be going on. You're talking about Josh McCown. You remember, was that 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? He passed for 500 yards or close to it. It was like
Yeah,
400,
yeah.
like 60 something. Or
He had actually been playing pretty
right,
good up until
not winning games,
recently.
granted, but statistically wise, playing good. And I don't know how to feel about it because if you look at a quarterback and your statistics are really that good, like where you're actually kind of like one of the better stats of the week, out of all the quarterbacks and everything, and you're losing games, maybe it's not your quarterback's fault. And bringing Johnny Manziel in, well, by that game it was too little, too late because you look at what everything
Yeah,
else
yeah.
that the Cardinals are doing. Carson Palmer spreading the ball around like crazy. Chris Johnson, granted 2 fumbles, had a touchdown to make up for it, and Michael Floyd had a hell of a game. I mean, one hell of a game, and Larry Fitzgerald got another touchdown. So everywhere offensively, second half, Arizona is just dominant.
It was like two different ball games, really.
Yeah, realistic, and
Or that seemed like two different
And
games. Really.
honestly, sometimes those games, especially when it's your team that wins at the end, are kind of the most exciting to watch. Uh,
Yeah, if you're an Arizona fan, you had to be like uh, every range of emotion Sunday.
yeah, and sometimes it's better that if your team is going to pick it up, you're going to pick it up second half, and if you're going to
Yeah,
drop it at first and everything. And sometimes that's kind of the point of why you have halftime, so that you can regroup and re-strategize and see what happens. And this is a
right.
clear cut instance where Arizona re-strategized and really came out guns blazing. Uh, Now the biggest thing is Josh McCown is benched for next week, and Johnny Manziel is officially the starter. You think it's really gonna matter? Like honestly?
I talked about how I thought they should start Johnny Manziel
Mm-hmm.
before because they had won games. But then really, we didn't really talk much about it. But McCown started playing well enough that I was like, all right, well, kind of understand why they're starting now.
Yeah,
But I don't know. The Browns are just kind of trying to play with offensive schemes and see if they can get something going. But no, I think you're right. I don't think the problem is the quarterback. I really, I don't know how much of a difference he's going to be able to make.
I don't either.
Honestly,
I well, he didn't score points the whole
Browns are
fourth
just.
quarter when they put him in. So
I mean, Arizona does have a great defense.
yeah,
So like you said, it was too little, too late, and then he was just put in a bad situation. And I really don't know what the hell they were expecting, honestly. But the season pretty much. I mean, it might not mathematically be over, but it's in a pretty bad spot. And they're just trying to make something happen. Maybe I don't know.
they're
The Cardinals look mortal though. They after their strong start. I know they won, but they don't look as good as they did. They really don't.
yeah. That being said, you gotta give credit to the Cardinals that they're on the road. You
Right.
know, you're down by well, 13 points at halftime, and then you score, God, almost 28 unanswered points.
That was a
But
gutsy win. It really was.
yeah, coming out second half, gotta give him credit. It's hard to do on the road. It's hard to do just in general. Even at home, it's hard to score, 25, 28 unanswered points in general. And they came out and they did it. And so I agree with you to the extent that they do look mortalized again. And they have ever since they got their first loss because I think they went 2 weeks in a row with a loss. And, they just kind of didn't look like this undefeated team anymore. Uh, well, that sounds like a stupid statement to
But
say. Of course, they don't look undefeated after they're no longer undefeated. But what I mean by that is they didn't look as threatening.
they didn't look like a world beater.
Yeah, they didn't look threatening as they did when they were undefeated. Overall, this game they did and they didn't. It's hard to say, and I guess that's why I agree with you that yeah, you beat the Browns. Are you gonna do the same thing maybe when you play Seattle in your own division? Probably not.
Yeah. What if you go 13 points down to Seattle, you better come back.
Yeah,
If you get 13 points behind the Green Bay Packers in an NFC Championship game, you probably lost. I know that was an exception last year. I was bringing it up. But, I mean, realistically, a lot of these teams, you got a lot of damn good defenses. You got a lot of damn good offenses you're going up against. And if you're talking about playing elite teams and you're 2 touchdowns, 2 scores behind, basically, technically 1 score, but whatever, 2 scores really, I guess. When you're talking touchdowns to be in the lead, and I mean, you're 2 scores down to one of these other teams. It just they got a little bit of work to do.
yeah,
They're getting their momentum back. They won. They had a little bit of a rough patch. Maybe they'll get it together. I still think they're going to win the division. And but you shouldn't have ever been 13 points down to the Browns anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So yeah, you're looking to be a title contender. Uh, Good comeback win though. When you do show a sign of weakness like that, that's a they pretty much did the best thing they could possibly do, which is come out and dominate the second half.
yeah.
So
Exactly.
you're right. It was sort of a mixed bag for Arizona. I guess. There's good things to say and bad things to say, and they don't really move up or down too much. Like if I was like ranking teams in my head, I pretty much keep them where they were at based on that performance.
Right. And
So,
what's weird, you said the comment. It's like, well, did you really expect anything more from the Browns and everything? Where this is the same team that went to overtime against Denver, at Denver.
that's looking more and more like a fluke every day, though, right?
Well, it
I
is.
mean,
It is looking more and more like a fluke, but at the same time, I think honestly one of Cleveland's biggest problems they just don't know how to finish games. They can score points. They can even take the lead for an entire half, but there's something. I guess it must be a coaching side or among it that they just can't finish a game, and like realistically, majority of their losses this season is just from lack of being able to finish anything up.
Cleveland hasn't been able to finish a game since like the 1950s. serious, and that's like across every sport. I mean, I hate to like hit someone when they're down, but Cleveland just has this mentality across sporting franchises that we're not gonna win ever. I don't know. They've been a city and a team mired in mediocrity for too long, and it's sort of like if I was into business for a long time, I would get tired of talking about the Browns because it's like some of these sportscasters that have been doing shit for like 30 years, like you say the same shit every year. Well, there's the Browns looking like they could be good. Oh wait, no, they're not good. Never mind. I mean, I don't know, man. It's the Browns being the Browns, and I know that's like almost a cliche at this point, but it's true.
Yeah.
They play good enough to make you think maybe they'll do something, and here they are blowing a game in the second half again.
I didn't even.
Sorry guys.
I never even thought about that before, but man, that's gotta be rough. Being a sports announcer in Cleveland for the past 30 years with the Browns.
Like trying to sound intelligent on your analysis, like just go the no
Fuck this.
This is me as a 30-year Cleveland announcer. I'm gonna have to pick up all these napkins, but oh well. I'm done.
Oh yeah. All right. So wrapping it up. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Don't be like Cleveland, and make sure to actually follow us on
Always
Facebook.
finish.
Yeah, always finish. And follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Not always inside.
And make sure.
No, don't do it. Or lie about it.